Okay, in this example, I'm going to take you through a little tour of tuning a vocal with vVocal and all the cool things you can do with that particular plugin. vVocal originally came out with Sonar 5, but it's one of the powerful tools of Sonar 6. So in order to get into the groove, let's go ahead and listen to, we're starting at the synth solo kind of halfway between the two verses. We're going to zone in on a particular line and fix some out-of-tune vocals. So let's hit it. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so let's scrutinize this phrase. There were a couple notes that were out of tune here. Baby, it's love that is making us fly. All right, so there's a couple corrections that need to be done with the tuning here. I don't want to do anything too radical, just correct a couple simple wrong notes. So what we do is right-click, we enable vVocal, create a vocal clip, and as you can see, the plugin appears on my screen. And if I right-click, I like to look at the waveform. And let's go ahead and get a better view of this. In fact, I could, well, if we want, we can go ahead and have view in full screen. So what's nice about vVocal, and when you have it in full screen mode, you can operate the transport within the plugin. So for example, I can hit play here and hear what I need to hear. Baby, it's love that is making us fly. All right, so this first word, baby, it sounds a little flat to me. So let's go ahead and listen to that. Baby. So what I want to do is just bring that up a little bit. Baby. No, that's a little sharp. Or actually, maybe it was sharp to begin with. My ears are throwing me here. So let's go ahead and listen to that. Baby. Okay, so now that's locked in there, really nice. In fact, it tells me that should be a G. This is in the key of F, actually, so yeah, so G makes a lot of sense that that's the note. Baby. And you can see that the original pitch is indicated in orange, the tune pitch is indicated in yellow. Is this something weird with love as well? Let's see. It seems a little flat to me, so bring love up. So now that's right in the pocket. And it seems like this word is a little flat. Just a little bit, so we bring it up. If you notice here, I didn't have to really do any selecting. You know, it's the vVocal plugin already separates the words and the phrases out, so you can just grab it. I'm going to show you a little bit later some of the auto capabilities of this as well, but I think in most cases, if you have to fix a wrong note, you don't have to jump through a lot of hoops to fix it. You just, you know, the words are already there. You can grab a word and move it. That's what I really find fascinating about vVocal. All right, so now listen to the whole phrase now. Maybe that's still a little flat. Okay, so simple correction there, but let's say if we want to get a little, well, we want to change the melody a little bit. Maybe you want to either A, experiment and try a different note and the singer left, or B, you just have to change it because it doesn't work. I mean, in this case, I think it's okay, but what if I wanted to change a note completely? So I can go ahead and select that particular word, and let's listen to what we have here.
Baby, it's love.
So now we're going, baby, it's just, you know, kind of changing the melody just a little bit.
Baby, it's love.
Let me get the pitch right. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking that, well, the character of the voice changed, which it did, but that's going to lead us to the formant feature in this. But
Baby, it's love that.
let me just try to get the pitch right, and then we'll work with the gender quality of that a little bit.
Baby, it's love that.
Okay, that's close enough to rock and roll, but just to make sure that I've got things just, wait, let me undo out of there. I might want to take my pencil tool, let me go back to zoom here, and make sure that I don't have anything weird. You know, just to be safe. So in case there were any dips or something, I've heard something in there. So bottom line is you've got these different tools. We'll get to the LFO tool in a little bit, but I grabbed this pencil tool to make sure I had a nice pitch change, because I brought that note, look at what I did. I mean, I brought that note up, what, three steps or so, and right in this section I wanted to make sure it was nice and clean.
Baby, it's love that.
I'm going to go back and just tune that a little bit. Okay. All right, now let's work on trying to match that in there, because you can kind of hear the characteristic of the voice change a little bit, but I believe we can fix that.
Baby, it's love that.
All right, so we'll go over to the formant mode here. So right now we've been in the pitch, and then we also have time mode, which we'll get to, but let's go to formant. And we don't see the pitch information anymore, so what we're going to do here is I'm just going to go ahead and make a little edit on this particular note, and I think I have to go this direction to make it blend in a little bit better. So that's a little too much. Let's do something drastic and hear that. So let's see if we can. It might be right around in this area. A little more. Let's go ahead and leave that. It's not bad. I think it might be right about here, though. So I think that's pretty convincing. You know, if you listen to it over and over, you can probably hear, but I don't think your average listener is going to hear it, and you'll forget about it when you're listening to the whole mix and everything. So what we did there, let's recap. We tuned 3 notes. We actually changed the melody. What if we wanted to change some of the phrasing? Well, we go to the time mode, and let's just, what could we do here? What if we just wanted to make this word shorter? Wait, let me go ahead and make it more choppy. I'm kind of we'll just have to experiment, but this allows you to really start to manipulate the phrasing.
Baby, it's love.
Let's see, we want to change. Let's just see what we have.
it's love.
Shorten the word love.
It's love that is
It's probably too much on the... I got some vibrato there I can get rid of. I'll try to fix that a little bit later.
love that is
Now, just for fun, let me go ahead and see if we can actually make this word longer. Let's go and listen to... let's make the word making a little bit longer. And we just, oops. Go ahead and put another notch in here. Oops, one too many. And we just make that a little bit longer. And we can make, let's make this word longer too as well. Just do something drastic so you can kind of hear what happens. So, bottom line is you can do a lot of radical changes there. If I don't like what I did, I can grab the eraser tool and erase it all back and bring it back to where I had it. So, let's go ahead and go back to the pitch mode here. And I was talking a little bit earlier about getting rid of some vibrato on the voice. A lot of that is just personal taste. But let's go ahead and zoom into this again. And let's see.
Baby, it's love.
So if I want to get rid of some of the vibrato on love, I can grab the vibrato tool from right over here and bring it down. So if you listen to the whole phrase, you don't have as much vibrato on love.
Baby, it's love that is making us fly.
And again on fly.
Baby, it's love that is making us fly.
All right, so you can also do things like add vibrato to a particular section if you wanted. So let's go back and I'm going to show you another way. So let's recap what we did. We fixed the wrong notes. We changed the melody. Where we changed the melody, we changed the formant to match the original characteristic of the vocal a little bit better. And we did some time edits, and then we fixed the vibrato. There's another way to use the autocorrect capabilities in AutoTune. So let's take a look at how to do that right now. As I said earlier, you can easily manually correct vocals with vVocal. But there's another method of using vVocal, and that's to automatically have it change a selected area. So what we'll do first is we're going to select all. And let me go ahead and, I like to view my waveform. Make sure that I'm in the key of F. And I've increased the sensitivity so it's going to maximize the pitch correction amount. And now we have something in perfect pitch.
Baby, it's love that is making us fly.
So you can see all the correction that went on. Sometimes I don't like to, when I'm producing vocals tracks, I don't personally like to tune everything unless it was necessary or if you were going after specific effects. But the fact is that you can do it if you want, and it works fine on this line. In fact, I might decide that's the way I'd want to go on that particular line, because you can't hear any artifacts on that. Listen to that. Let's listen to that again.
Baby, it's love that is making
totally in the pitch pocket there. So now let's go ahead and let's say I wanted to do something a little more drastic. I'll just maximize the note amount and let's correct it again and see what we've got.
Baby, it's love that is breaking.
Or let's try it the other way. And let's select all again and correct. And now I basically took out the vibrato. So you get more of a, now we're going down the road of creating just really radically changing the vocal sound. Sometimes you want to do that. Maybe that's a big hook in the song. I mean, we've all heard the Cher hit, some of the other hits out there where the vocal is being sped up or what have you. If you want to go that direction, well, Sonar 6 gives you the tools to do so. Let's listen to that.
Baby, it's love that is making us fly.
So we hear that a lot these days. But what would be cool with V-Vocal is to actually go in there and manually change a lot of those particular words you really want to accent. So there you have it with V-Vocal. Well, there's one more thing that you're able to do within V-Vocal. Instead of, if you were working on a phrase and doing something pretty intricate, maybe you want to just change the volume of a note. You can, you actually have envelope editing right inside there as well. So V-Vocal does pitch correction manually, and with an auto way as well. It does time. You can change phrasing. It'll change the gender or the formant of your particular track. That's good for matching up. If you're doing some radical pitch change, you can get it pretty close to the original vocal. And then you also have the dynamics, which I showed you just now.